If Mamdani wins, the gig work is up. That's right. Uh Mamdani want to be able to make sure they squeeze every single tax dollar out of every average American in New York City. That is the communist way. He's showing his true colors. They don't want to they want to make sure they get every dime out of you. So they want to make you a W-2 rather than be like a freelancer and make your own money and tell government how much you made. They want to be able to track it. I'm talking about Mamdani. That's what socialists do and communists do. Sooner or later, they run out of other people's money. They only have but so many millionaires and billionaires in New York City, so they have to get the money from somewhere. He's going to get it from Middle America. That's what this is about. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. There's a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right. Let's get into this news. Now, this comes from Zero Hedge. And they report that one of Zohran Mamdani's most harmful proposals is getting the least attention. His plan to restrict gig work, the freelancing that's so popular across the Big Apple. Mamdani wants to wrap freelancing in so much red tape, it'll be significantly harder for New Yorkers to work for themselves or get side income. He's trying to get rid of the side hustle, y'all. New Jersey, too, is flirting with severely limiting independent work. But whether it comes from Gracie Madison or Trenton, a crackdown on gig work would hurt not just workers and those who hire them, but every New Yorker or New Jerseyan who relies on freelance workers in their daily lives. I mean, they are trying to destroy our way of life. I told y'all, leftism is a disease. It's a curse. It's a plague on humanity, specifically communism and socialism. But as America's biggest city, it should be no surprise that New Yorkers have a diversity of work arrangements. Studies before the pandemic found that more than 1 million New Yorkers freelance. Now, at least 20% of working New Yorkers find gigs through apps. Gig workers do all kinds of jobs. Some drive or deliver, others shoot freelance photography for major brands, and others build websites or repair bicycles. Whatever form it takes, freelancing is popular because it gives workers flexible hours, the chance to be their own boss, and the opportunity to earn extra money. Isn't that really what America is about? Making your own and making money for yourself and being able to work for yourself and make money for your family, for yourself, and not depend on government. That's the thing. That's why they want to get rid of this. This is why communists and socialists want to get rid of this, because they don't want you to be able to make your own money. They want you dependent on them. They want you dependent on the government. Millions of Americans perform independent work in addition to full-time work, and millions more need the flexibility of independent work to balance work and caregiving responsibilities. And studies find these entrepreneurs are pleased with their choice to freelance. Despite this growth in freelance satisfaction, critics like Mamdani want to make it harder for Americans to be independent contractors. While they frame their opposition as a matter of protecting workers, they really want to put government in the driver's seat of employment. That's the real reason. While making it harder for workers to freelance at all. Because if you're freelancing, it's hard for the government to keep track of how much you owe them. That's why they want to do this. They want to make you a W-2 instead of, what is it? I can't remember what the name of the form is. It escapes me. But in particular, Mamdani wants to increase scrutiny of the contracts between workers and businesses, impose stricter licensing requirements on delivery companies, and mandate wage, unemployment, and health insurance benefits for workers who utilize the delivery platforms. But since many independent workers have health insurance from another job or a spouse's job, these quote unquote benefits are less valuable than cash. That's what I'm saying. Give me the money. Bottom line, politicians like Mamdani believe freelancers are being duped and don't understand the deal they're making. And they believe that it's better to shut down the independent economy than to risk that some workers might make a bad deal. It comes down to worldview. Some policymakers believe the only good job is a traditional full-time role that provides employees benefits and a W-2 tax return. And many labor union leaders fight against freelancers because they want more members, of course, and they know independent workers don't see the need to join a union. Why would you? Some big businesses seeking to stifle competition from upstart entrepreneurs are happy to join the cause. So what will happen if independent work gets limited in New York City, New Jersey, or anywhere else? California shows the answer. In 2019, California passed a law attacking independent work. The state's many photographers, freelance writers, translators, and designers quickly discovered that their once lucrative work had dried up. Company after company cut jobs. The Mercatus Center, yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. The Mercatus Center found that one out of 10 self-employed jobs disappear in short order. That's 10%. I'm sorry, that's 1%. Sorry. Even worse, job losses were surely on the horizon. Recognizing the danger, California voters almost immediately passed the ballot measure that gave app-based workers and app-based companies the freedom to once again enter into freelance arrangements. They wouldn't have to do it if they didn't create that stupid law in the first place. This is what they do. They make these stupid laws, and we try to warn people before the law is implemented that it's going to destroy things. They go implement these laws anyway, and then they end up backtracking on it. We see this time and time again. The legislator then passed another law to carve out a dozen more professions. But those carve-outs didn't apply to many other freelancers, like independent truckers whose ability to work in California remained much more difficult. To this day, because politicians strangled freelance work, Californians have fewer of the jobs they want and need. Freelance work has transformed New York City's economy while opening doors for workers to supplement their income or start their own businesses. New Yorkers today have more ways to get around the city, take out more easily, and make money thanks to the gig economy. Zohran Mamdani ideas could put it all at risk, and every New Yorker should be worried. I'm warning y'all again before the November election in New York. Y'all do not want Mamdani to be out here, but if y'all do, get what y'all deserve. I mean, we can only y'all so many times. Even people in Chicago that went far left with their mayor Brandon Johnson, they try to warn New York like, hey, y'all don't want to do this. Y'all learn from our mistakes. But it looks like Mamdani is going to pull away with this because he's definitely the front runner right now. And I don't see it changing anytime. So he's more than likely going to be the mayor of New York. And it's going to be a test case. It's going to be a test case for socialism, for communism, another test case. And watch how it destroys the once great city of New York. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave y'all comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jdthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.